There are places in the world that are so impressive that people are reluctant to talk about. Places that have enriched numerous history books, novels, poems, travel stories. Places that are so firmly embedded in our imaginations that their names alone are enough to send us on an inner journey. Samarkand is one of these places. In many ways, the city we are in is one of the most important centers in the world history. It is a place where some of the most powerful empires were born and also disappeared. A place that has seen the greatest material and intellectual wealth pass through. A place that has been traversed and settled by representatives of all human nations, cultures, and religions. That is why Samarkand is on UNESCO World Heritage List, for its outstanding universal value for all of us. For centuries, people have gathered here to study, guided by the spirit of Ulugh Beg, the Prince of 1,000 Stars, to trade, to pray, and as today, to exchange ideas. What a wonderful setting in which to discuss the cultural heritage of Uzbekistan and Central Asia. UNESCO is delighted to see the national efforts of the Republic of Uzbekistan for regional cultural cooperation, and to you, Mr. Firdos Abdul Khalikov, for your efforts in this. The name of Samarkand is enough to transport us all on its journey through the time, because Samarkand tells us something that we all universally share. This universality is one that UNESCO has a responsibility to recognize and to promote. It is in particular what drives support for events such as this one, which bring us together today. Please allow me to thank the experts who have gathered in Samarkand these 3 days for this exchange on cultural heritage and museum collections. Cultures do not grow in isolation. They thrive on contact and flourish in exchange. The program of this Congress showed this explicitly. As I am sure we all agree, the power of cultural heritage goes beyond the enjoyment it brings. It is a universal language spoken by all humanity, and it unites us all in our quest for global peace. It contributes to economic development. It is based on this conviction that UNESCO is multiplying its initiatives to protect it, whether by inventorying its forms, digitizing its expressions, mapping it, or defending its promotion and transmission. Uzbekistan also possesses unique movable heritage and collections. Over the past 2 decades, the role and perception of museums in society in Uzbekistan has changed dramatically. Museums no longer perceived as merely a collection of objects for people to visit, but they are recognized as a complex and multidimensional organization with a critical educational role to play. The museum community in Uzbekistan is undergoing serious changes, and over the past decades, Uzbekistan has been reaffirming its cultural identity. The museum community has also begun to steer and take stock of itself, its rich, tangible and intangible heritage and its potentials. The sector continues to restructure through liquidation, consolidation, the development of new museums. The museum community has begun to reach out to the international community and revive and better exploit tourism in the region. The Uzbek museums community is today committed and determined to emerge as a dedicated, forward-looking player in the international museum communities. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of UNESCO Director General, please allow me to express our deepest gratitude to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Cultural Heritage of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Mr. Aziz Abdul Hakimov, for his commitment to the protection of cultural heritage, his commitment to providing access to culture through tourism, and for providing government support to the organization of internationally wide events on culture. Please also allow me to express our sincere gratitude to the World Society for the Study, Preservation and Popularization of the Cultural Heritage of Uzbekistan for promoting regional cooperation through cultural heritage via such a great conference. Thank you very much, Mr. Abdulkakimov. Thank you very much, Qatar Rahmat.